Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 26th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. But let's see what we have coming up for you this week. Yeah, very interesting. You start off with the Queen of Hearts. A couple other people have had this card this week. Very good card, I feel like, for you opening up to love, looking for new ways to allow love into your life, especially if you're single. You could be looking for, like I said, new ways to meet people, to start a relationship, anything like that. And also, I feel like that a lot of people are having a lot of ideas. Again, this is a card to me that represents pregnancy, but not necessarily as in a baby. Just having, like, being pregnant with thoughts, being pregnant with ideas that you have in your head, things that you would want to raise, almost like a baby. So a lot of you could be having these ideas, about that, and so that could be very interesting. A lot of you could be like working on a lot of new things in your life, and at least having ideas of a direction to go in. Next, you have the Two of Clubs, being very independent. I'd almost put money on the fact that Pisces will also have this card this week, because I think that both signs, Pisces, you, and probably Virgo as well, are I would say the three signs are kind of stepping up into this new independence, and also being more comfortable in just being you, being kind of like alone. And realizing that other people can't, won't make you happy and things like that. So I think a lot of you are becoming more independent. I guess that's a word that I should be using. Yeah, more independent in the way that you are moving forward. Next, you have the Ace of Spades. The Eight of Spades, I should say. This card, to me, as I always say, it's not a good or a bad card. It's just a kind of like a card that represents working really hard, doing a lot of things, kind of moving forward in a lot of directions, being very busy, but also possibly needing to take a break, needing to take some time for your health, number one, making sure you don't get sick. This can be a card of, getting sick because you overwork yourself, or getting sick because you're not, because you're not paying attention to your health. So make sure to take care of yourself. It can represent a good time to take a rest, to just take a break, and kind of like take some time for yourself. The other interesting thing about this card, though, is that it can represent a time where you just feel like you can finally take a rest. So it can actually represent positivity coming in. It can say that you've been working really hard, and all of a sudden maybe you start making money, and then you're like, okay, I can finally take a break because I'm making money, or something like that. And it can also represent a need for family time, a need for just taking time away to be with the family right now. Next, you have the Four of Diamonds. It's come up a lot this week. Not really sure why. I mean, great card for moving, planning move, traveling, anything involving travel and moving, like I said. But it's also a great card of patience, being patient, and a great card of more money, more financial stability coming into your life. So that could be a good thing. Next, you have the Nine of Clubs. Very good card. I always say this is one of my favorite cards. Very lucky, considered a very lucky card. Represents opportunities and getting opportunities to do things that you want to do. And it also says you need to take advantage of these opportunities as well. I also think that a lot of you are stepping into a time where I think a lot of you want something, and you're just kind of at that point where, like, I think you don't care what happens. You're just going to keep, like, trying to make something happen. So you're just going to keep knocking on the door, so to speak, and kind of you're going to force something to happen, regardless of your circumstances. And the good news is this is a card of making things happen. It says that your kind of persistence and perseverance will make something that you want to have happen in your life. I like to see that. Next, you have the Ten of Hearts. Fortune after difficulty. Great card. Good things happening after a difficult period of time, coming into a better time. And great card for socializing, a great card for love, meeting new people, trying to meet new people, going out to meet love, and an amazing card for dating and dating multiple people. Like I've been saying to signs such as yourself, like Capricorn, you, and a couple other signs, it's a great time for you to keep an open, abundant mindset when it comes to love. I think that, especially if it's been a while since you've been with somebody, there could be a tendency to just like focus in on the first person that talks to you. So, make sure not to kind of get into that like obsessive type of mind frame with this card. It's still a good card though. And finally, you have the Queen of Spades, taking a risk, doing something that's risky but that you need to do. And again, this risk will ultimately lead to a lot of success for you. It's kind of a card of not knowing what to do exactly. So a lot of you could be jumping into something like, this card comes up when people get jobs where they don't really know exactly what to do. Like, you're kind of underqualified, but it's a card of just figuring it out as you go. It says that you will figure it out as you go. So it's a very positive card in that respect. But it looks like a great week for you. I would definitely say, I think for like 50% of you, you're just like, you want to do something probably work-wise, and maybe it just hasn't been working out. And I think this week you're just deciding, you know what, I'm basically gonna force it to happen. In this case, I would say that would be okay for you to do. To kind of just try to figure out other ways to make it happen, and I think you will. And again, be open to how that happens. Nine of Clubs is a card of like wearing masks. It's like a card of like blending in. So, if you're one of those who's trying to make something happen, just realize that you might have to kind of wear a mask. You might have to do things differently. And then for the rest of you, I think you are mostly focused on love, socializing, and meeting new people, having fun, dating, and things like that. So, looks like a great week. Thank you for watching and enjoy it.